Hello and welcome to Donington Park for the first round of the 2019 GT Cup Championship. We have got a packed grid of GT cars waiting to tackle the challenging Donington National Circuit. Now, GT Cup has a 5-level group structure and points are scored within each group. This means that any driver in any group has a chance of becoming the GT Cup champion. The 5 groups are all based on a power to weight ratio. So here's how we identify who's who. We'll start with GTA, a class for lower specification, Cup, Challenge and one make series cars with a maximum BHP of 375. Now, a perfect example of this is Graham Tilley's Ginetta G55 GT4. But other eligible models would be BMW M3, Nissan 350Z and Porsche 996. The GTH is a class for homologated cars running to the manufacturer's GT4 specs. The 2018 championship winner is a really good example of this. Whitebridge Motorsports Aston Martin Vantage GT4. The Ginetta G55 is another favourite for GTH. The next group up is GTB. Now, cars in this group are either modified saloon-based GT vehicles or early years Challenge and Cup cars with minimum specification changes. The limit on BHP here is 425. GTB cars include the likes of Ferrari 430, Lotus Elise and this, the 911 of David Franklin. The GTC group includes later model Challenge and Cup specification cars with performance balancing where required. This group allows a maximum BHP of 475. The group features cars like this, the Lamborghini Huracan of the Webb brothers and the Ferrari 488 Challenge from FF Corse. Group GTO is an open specification group and the fastest in the championship with a max BHP per tonne of 525. GTO cars are subject to balance of performance system but can include GT3, GT2 or GTE cars. Modified GT Challenge cars such as the Gibson's McLaren 650S are also eligible, as are cars that aren't from the recognised GT manufacturers or cars built in very low volumes. So things like National Motorsport Academy's Mosler, for example. The GT Cup has one of the most diverse grids of GT cars in the UK, and the unique group structure ensures thrilling racing throughout the grid, as you're about to see.
So here we go, it is the 2019 GT.
Race number 3 sees the Moser up front alongside the distinctive orange Porsche of Richard Chamberlain, who's on pole. Now, he's had a great result so far, but how's he going to fare if this race runs the full time? We're going to find out.
Thank you, Michelle, and as you say, yep, Richard Chamberlain on pole.
Really enjoyed it.
Well, Richard Chamberlain managed to pull it out of the bag for a 3rd time. Can he do it for the 4th? We'll find out. We've got loads more racing coming up next. There have been a few changes to the grid behind me, but it's a very familiar picture up front with Richard Chamberlain back on pole yet again. However, how different will the podium look? Race number 4 is all about endurance.
Yes, thank you, Michelle. It certainly is about.
But it makes it more of a challenge and it's good fun.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this first weekend of GT Cup racing as much as we have. It's been fantastic. And we'll be doing it all over again for round 2, which is next month when the cars roll into Snetterton. See you then. Hello and welcome to sunny Snetterton for the second weekend of racing in the 2019 GT Cup Championship. The great weather forecast complements a fantastic lineup of cars on the 300 circuit. As always, with pit stops and driver changes, team strategies are going to be crucial to success this weekend. Racing in the GTB group is David Franklin, number 911. No prizes for guessing which car his is.
I was the kid who had a Porsche Turbo on his wall. My dream was to do the Carrera Cup, which financially wasn't possible. And then all of a sudden, this last year, this car became available. I did sell my road Porsche for it.
This championship attracts some of the biggest teams in the country, and one of them is Team Hard. Now, not only have they got two Ginettas running in 2019, but they're offering a fantastic opportunity to be a part of GT Cup in 2020.
So this is our first year in the GT Cup, and we've changed our scholarship programme to suit the GT Cup. The prize is now a fully funded drive in this series, essentially with a full management programme.
After yesterday's dramatic non-finish, the distinctive orange Porsche of Richard Chamberlain is back and on pole position. However, next to him is class rival John Seal. Let battle commence in this 25-minute sprint.
Thank you, Michelle, and absolutely let battle commence.
Behind the Ferraris, and the Ferrari dragged me along.
So a much better result for Richard Chamberlain than in yesterday's race 2. However, coming up in the next part, we have got the endurance race, 50 minutes, and this is where the pit stop time penalties come into play. So anything could happen. Endurance is the name of the game for the fourth and final race of this weekend. Richard Chamberlain is back on pole position, but no luxury of a driver change for him. Revving up next door, it's the Lamborghini of the Webb brothers.
Thank you, Michelle. Here we go for the final time, as Michelle says, this weekend. Let's do battle Webbs in the Huracan Super Trofeo.
It's good. I did one
then, so it was a really good race.
Another tremendous weekend of racing in the GT Cup Championship 2019. The drivers are off for a very well-deserved break. We will see you, same place, Snetterton, but in a couple of months. Take care. Hello and welcome to rounds 9 to 12 of the 2019 GT Cup Championship. We're back at Snetterton after an unusually long break, so our drivers are raring to go and ready to compete for those all-important points. The GT Cup is forever changing, and there have been some upgrades this season. In fact, not just this season, but this weekend too, with drivers swapping cars and groups. Graham, we've seen you in the Ginetta previously, but you have changed car completely this weekend. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, this is a Nissan GTR Nismo GT3. So it's a proper X-Works Japanese car that's been running in Europe in some of the biggest GT series in Europe.
GT Cup drivers are a dedicated bunch. Nothing's going to get in the way of them having a great weekend's racing, as I found out earlier. Seamus, you've had a bit of a weekend, haven't you, this weekend at Snetterton?
Yeah, that's an understatement. We raced last weekend at Spa and the qualifying.
The cars are lining up on the grid here at a very soggy Snetterton for the sprint race. The number 55 Lamborghini Huracan on pole position after a fantastic qualifier. Next to it, the distinctive orange Porsche of Richard Chamberlain. The wets are on. It's slippery out there. Let's go racing.
Thanks, Michelle. As the cars now head off onto their final formation lap around Snetterton, let's have a look at how the full grid lines up. It's John...
Hello and welcome to rounds 13 to 16 of the 2019 GT Cup Championship, coming to you from the world-famous Silverstone GP circuit. Lots of new faces in the paddock this weekend, which means lots of new cars on the grid, and it's a packed one. Another of the new teams joining us this weekend is a name that's synonymous with GT racing. They are all about Ferrari. They are AF Course. And earlier on, I had a chat to the drivers of car number 18. Gary, Fulvio, Nice to have you here this weekend. So give us a little bit of background, because this is the first time we've spoken to you.
Yeah, so Gary here's racing the Ferrari Challenge UK. The next round is at Silverstone on the GP circuit, so we thought this would be a prime opportunity to come and test the car.
And get on with it.
22 cars lining up behind me on the grid for the second sprint here at Silverstone. The front row dominated by GTOs, but it's the Lamborghini number 55 of John Seal on pole. Let's go racing.
Yes, thank you, Michelle. John Seal is in.
Well, that's it from Silverstone. I hope you enjoyed that nail-biting finish and all the racing from this iconic track. We're going to be at another one next time, Brands Hatch. But until then, for now, it's goodbye from the GT Cup. Hello and welcome to round 17 to 20 of the GT Cup Championship from the infamous Brands Hatch GP circuit. Ferraris, McLarens, Lamborghinis and a Mercedes all in the mix for the racing this weekend. One car that particularly caught my eye is the superb looking number 80 green Mercedes, driven by one of GT Cup's youngest competitors, Sam Neary. I caught up with him a little bit earlier for a chat. Sam, welcome back to GT Cup. This is your second time here, isn't it?
Yeah, thank you very much. It's great to be back and definitely in a different car. It's much better.
TechServe UK's Graham Tilley's brought another driver with him this weekend. Someone who, despite his youth, comes with a wealth of experience. His name is Will Tregurtha.
In 2016, I won Genesis Juniors with my old team.
3 years.
An incredible win margin for the Nearys. What a fantastic weekend they've had. The GT Cup rolls into Donington next, but as the sun sets on Brands, it's goodbye.